Hi there, friend. This is Emily Craig. This is Emily Craig, and it's the 23rd of August, 2020. And we have a report now from CAL FIRE that there is an incoming lightning storm, which will follow a similar track from the last one. Now, what this means is that there are going to be additional lightning ignited fires in California in areas that weren't ignited before. And so we need to think about how to get through this because more areas are going to be suffering. If we won't know which areas are going to be affected probably until after dark. So I just want to caution you to have your radio or TV or cell phone or whatever it is set up to get reports on the incoming storm. I'm going to have the link to what the previous storm looked like down below. All right, so you can see that. And we're going to have to help each other through this. Families may have to move in together. We may have to pool our resources. But California is suffering from a phenomenon of weather that we have never seen before. I lived in California my entire life. Lightning has always been very sparse and scarce here. And when it came, it was always associated with heavy, heavy, heavy rains, as in the South. So it's a surprise to me that we have dry lightning storms now. They never existed as a kid. I remember 1956 when we had some of those storms. The streets were all flooded and we were having monsoon rains. So I'm really puzzled why we're having these now. All right. Now's a good time to think about who your contacts are, who can serve as resources for you or for whom you can serve as a resource. It looks as if California is going to be suffering more fires. Is this the end of the trouble or is this the beginning of the trouble? It's hard to tell at this point, but here we are still in summer. And if you look at the history of civilization resets, they come by fire, they come by ice, and they come by water. All right. And so we are in a reset situation and civilizations are being taken down and other civilizations are being left in place. It might be a good idea to pay attention to which areas are suffering from what, so that when it's all over, we might be able to do kind of a rough analysis of how it went, that communities were like this, had this outcome, and communities were like that, had that outcome. I don't know. It seems to me, because biology and chemistry and biochemistry are all very logical, exceedingly logical. It seems to me that the experience of civilizations versus the effects that those civilizations create is also going to have a logical outcome, which is normally called karma. And what that means is what goes around comes around, and you've got to reap what you sow. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Phil Rowe says, I'm the only one here. Well, I'm the only one here. I am not on Facebook. Where did I go? I got kicked off Facebook, okay, with about 7 of my groups and pages. I got kicked off Facebook. They didn't tell me why I got kicked off Facebook. And when I went to the support page, it was full of reports that I never filed. So Facebook is utilizing the support page for untrue gossip. They're not telling why. Hi, Kyla. They're not telling why they're kicking people off. They destroyed and deleted my human trafficking group, which had 7,600 members. Okay, I can't get to my other groups to post any. I can go to the group, but I can't post anything in any of the groups I have left under the Maureen Craig page. Okay, and the Maureen Craig page is at capacity, so I can't accept any more friends there. But you can find out what I'm doing by going to the Maureen Craig page. And that's what happened to me, all right? I figure it's a compliment. I must be over the target or I wouldn't be getting the flack. And I hope you are too. This is a time when we have to pay attention to what's going on. We have to know where our families are. We have to pay attention to the weather. We have to pay attention to what's going on politically. We have to pay attention to everything right now. It's very stimulating for an old lady like me, you know? There's no shopping trips here or knitting circles or soap operas, because life itself has got me on the tips of my toes. Okay? But I see great suffering coming with this new lightning storm. And I just want to say that we need to pray for each other and care for each other, and hope that tomorrow will bring us through. I put the link up there. I hope I'm wrong. You know, there are times we'd like to be wrong, but this is the word we get. There's more coming. Anybody want to make a comment? Okay. No, I'm not on Facebook. I'm here and I'm at Twitter. Emily Craig is at Twitter. And that's where I do most of what I'm doing in the last couple of days since I got kicked off Facebook. The Emily Elizabeth Windsor page got kicked off Facebook, but the Maureen Craig page is still there. So you can find me there. All right. Do we have any more questions? Yeah. No, I guess we're done. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow and let you know how it is here, because I'm in the middle of the state, north of Sacramento and south of Oroville, with Tahoe to the east and Lake County to the west. And it's all very vulnerable to fire. It's all very vulnerable. So both party logos have the stars turned upside down. That sounds right. That sounds right. We'll get through this. And whether we're alive in it or not, we'll get through it. Okay. I really believe that the soul does go on, because as old as I am, I have been contacted by souls that left. So I know that we're going to be all right. Oh, you're reading Voyagers 2. Take notes. That's the hardest book I have ever found, next to OWASP. Really, it's very, very difficult, and there's so many details. And if you've ever seen Ashiana Dean give a presentation, she talks like a machine gun. And you can't even write fast enough to take it all down. But when you look at her account of history, okay, you can fit the Bible and the OWASP and the Culver. You can fit everything into her history, and she gets all the names right. So, you know, she did a yeoman's task, and it has cost her a great deal. I know she's not well now. So we do what we can, and that's all I can ask of any of my friends. Just do what you can. And we'll be back tomorrow and let you know what the results of this latest lightning strike storm is. Bye-bye. Oops. Oops.